All week long, we are giving the top 5 candidates for San Francisco mayor a chance to make their case to voters. Our guest today is Supervisors President Aaron Peskin. He is a current president of the San Francisco Board of Supervisors, as we mentioned, and a District 3 representative. He spent nearly 2 decades as an elected official, serving on the board twice, first from 2001 to 2009, and once again beginning in 2015. And Aaron Peskin joins us now. Thanks so much for taking the time with us today.
Thanks so much for having me.
Now, if you could pick one thing to change or improve in your city, what would that be?
From day one, I want to focus on the vexing issue that has plagued so many mayors. That is the issue of homelessness. I'm really the only candidate in this race who has the experience and has a developed comprehensive plan for a homeless strategy that I developed with experts in the field that is entirely implementable. That really starts with systemic management reform of our 9 city departments and 248 service providers, using an office of the Inspector General to root out corruption and create the efficiencies that have long been lacking. And I also want to lead a groundbreaking regional approach to homelessness by partnering with the big city mayors in Oakland and San Jose and the 9 Bay Area counties to refurbish unused and underutilized state facilities, some of which have been closed since the days of Governor Ronald Reagan. And we have an incredible opportunity right now because the voters of this state just passed Proposition 1. And we should really come together as a region to address this by using those facilities with state-of-the-art medical care for drug treatment and for mental behavioral health treatment as well.
All right, I want to give you a chance to talk to voters out there who are fed up with San Francisco politics as usual. They see your resume and see all of your wonderful accomplishments, but still believe that City Hall doesn't have their back when it comes to public safety, homelessness, and frankly, the quality of life here in San Francisco. What makes you different?
Liz, I have been elected 5 times by the good people of the northeast corner of San Francisco, ground zero for tourism, Chinatown, North Beach, Fisherman's Wharf, and elected 3 times by my colleagues on the Board of Supervisors to be president because I have a history of bringing people together. I've worked closely with Central Station in the northeast corner of San Francisco, and the police know my work, the captains know my work, and that's why I'm proud that so many of them are endorsing my campaign for mayor. And they also know that I have put a premium on dealing with our police staffing shortage and have developed a plan to recruit people from our schools into the police department with forgivable college loans. And unlike my opponents in this race, I actually have a plan. And I think people know how much I love and care about San Francisco and how much I apply myself in my work. I'm the senior statesman of the Board of Supervisors, and I want to harness that 17 years of experience and the care that I've exhibited and my know-how of San Francisco, its 53 departments, to make San Francisco work better again.
I want to go back to what you say is priority 1. On the day 1 that you're mayor, you're going to tackle this problem, the problem of homelessness. There's been homeless sweeps that have been happening across the city. You are vocally opposed to these sweeps, saying you want to build 2,000 shelter beds and connect unhoused people with mental and behavioral health services. But frankly, sir, haven't we tried to do that? But it hasn't really worked yet.
So, Liz, let me tell you, as a supervisor, I have never received more complaints from my constituents as I have since these sweeps have begun, including this very day. I've gotten numerous complaints because sweeps just move people from one neighborhood to another. They do not solve the problem. What we need, and I have long said, is that as mayor, I will stand up the 2,000 beds of shelter that San Francisco needs. People go to New York and they talk about how there are less homeless there. Sure, New York has shelter for 95% of its unhoused population. San Francisco only has shelter for 47% of its unhoused population. As mayor, particularly given the number of vacancies that we have here, I would stand up those 2,000 beds of shelter, which the mayor herself finally recognized in the San Francisco Chronicle this morning. I have a record of working to keep people housed, preventing more homelessness. And that is a big part of this solution as well, which is why I have a provision on this November's ballot, Proposition G, to keep the poorest of the poor housed. It saves the city money before they end up in drug treatment slots or at psych emergency services or at San Francisco General. That is a much more effective way. And we have to remember that 60% of our homeless population used to be housed in San Francisco. So building more affordable housing, making sure that tenants have right to counsel, are all ways of preventing more homelessness. And that's in my plan. And that is what I have done as a supervisor and exactly what I will do as the chief executive officer as mayor.
So many young families are choosing to leave San Francisco because of the cost of living, childcare, and the public school system. Now, right now, we're talking about school closures due to low enrollment, but there have been issues with SFUSD for years with low test scores, teacher shortages, among other issues. Now, I understand the school district is separate from City Hall, but do you think that that should change? And what do you plan to do as mayor to improve the school system?
Liz, I have been a collaborator. I feel that San Francisco really needs to treat the San Francisco Unified School District as a sister agency and bring all of the things that we do right as a government. We don't have problems with our payroll system. The San Francisco Unified School District does. We should offer them the incredible services that we have from our Department of Technology. We actually, as the city, should relieve the San Francisco Unified School District of some of the social burdens that they are carrying that should really be carried by the city of San Francisco. There are 1,800 school children in the San Francisco Unified School District who are homeless. The city of San Francisco should be undertaking a focused, concentrated effort to find housing for those 1,800 kids and their families. That is something that I would do as mayor. But most importantly, and I've seen this done before, I saw it done when I was first a supervisor and Willie Brown was mayor, I would bring together philanthropic interests, NGO interests, the school district, educators, and the city to come together to rescue the San Francisco Unified School District, something that this administration has not spent any time on whatsoever.
Now, San Francisco's no secret dealing with an image problem. Even though crime rates are technically down, there's still this perception across the country that this city is unsafe, especially with high-profile violent crimes like the shooting of Ricky Pearsall. What are you going to do to improve San Francisco's image?
So we do need to change the narrative in San Francisco. And one of the things that has eroded trust by our voters locally and has made us the laughingstock nationally is the spate of public corruption scandals that San Francisco has seen again and again in the last half a dozen years under Mayor Breed. The allegations against Mr. Farrell that were made repeatedly in the San Francisco Chronicle, which is why I have sponsored an Office of the Inspector General, something that San Francisco desperately needs and other cities have to root out corruption with the power of search warrant and subpoena. And I think that is going to help change the narrative about San Francisco. If we can clean up our mess rather than having the FBI do it, the perception of San Francisco is going to change.
All right, Supervisor Aaron Peskin, thank you so much for being with us today.
Thank you for the opportunity, Liz.
And our conversation with Aaron Peskin is just part of our week-long series with San Francisco's mayoral candidates. Tomorrow at 4:30, we're wrapping things up with City Supervisor Asha Safai. And we'll be right back.